What is going on, Buckeye Nation? Walks Buckeye Talks is back. Took a little hiatus, licking my wounds from the Michigan loss. But I'm happy to be back. Happy to reach out, be a part of Buckeye Nation, spreading the love, and it's a lot to talk about, man. It's been a busy offseason for the Buckeyes, transfer portal, recruiting class, and we got a big game coming up tomorrow. So uh, I'm ready to dive into this, man. First and foremost, like, share, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff, man. Reach out, have fun with it. That's all this podcast is about. And let's dive into it, man. First thing I want to talk about the transfer portal. Been hearing a lot, seeing a lot, and first I want to say as a fan, we can't get every player in the portal, guys. Like every time a player goes that's technically a good player who's looking for a new school, all I see is a whole bunch of Ohio State fans talking about we need to get this guy. We can't miss out on this guy. We got to get this guy. It's like, dude, we can't get every player. and like, like we're the only fan base that I feel like that needs to get every player, man. Like we're not a poverty program. Like we got good players. We just got to develop them and they just got to get some playing time to get better. Like it's starting to get like head scratching, like a little weird. Like every player that goes in there, especially if it's offensive lineman, it's like, dude, you can't take every offensive lineman. Like it's crazy, man. But I did like the guys that we try to get. We've been striking out, to be honest with you. You know, at the same time, like they gotta want to come here and play and compete. So uh, I know we tried for a couple offensive linemen and they end up going back to their schools or going to different school. I think we missed out on that safety from UCLA. He went to TCU. I don't understand that at all. We missed out on a linebacker from Cal. I know we try to get a couple more guys here and there. But man, if they don't want to come, like you can't force them to come. Like that's just how it is. I don't think we're gonna offer them too much money. I don't think we're gonna guarantee anything. You know, they're gonna have to come here and work. And that's how it should be. If you want to win, come here. You want to get the money, go somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's a good opportunity us to maybe get a couple pieces here and there to strengthen up and get some depth on this team. Especially what's rumor is a lot of people might be coming back for another season, but we'll get to that later. But what I do want to touch on is the rumor that we going after Will Howard, the quarterback from Kansas State. Now, I'm not a quarterback guru. Like I don't, I'm an eye test guy anyways. But from what I've seen him a little bit last year. I saw him against Texas this year. I kind of like the guy, man. I think now if Devin Brown puts on a performance tomorrow against Missouri, then obviously this conversation we don't need to have it. But we'll say he doesn't play up to par, and you still got some head scratching moments, and you still got some uncertainty about the quarterback position. I think he's a good fit. He's a veteran. He plays a lot of football. He extend plays with his legs. He has a pocket presence. Uh, he can he's a dual threat at times. He has a strong arm. I mean, he checks all the boxes that I think you need in a Ryan Day offense, and you know, and then he's throwing to some of the best receivers in the nation, if not the best. You know what I mean? Like you telling me he can't get better? You telling me under Ryan Day when a quarterback guru he can't get better? Like I heard people say, well, he's not better at Common Core. He's he's only a little bit better at Common Core. We should have tried to keep Common Core. No, like seriously, guys, y'all really gonna say that after y'all dog this kid every game? And I'm not. This the podcast is not for talking about college kids. But Common Core wasn't good all year, guys. Like it's just the truth. It's not nothing that he's not. Don't mean he can't be good. I was there in person against Indiana. He wasn't good. Notre Dame, yes, he was good when he needed to be, but he wasn't good the entire game. Like he missed a lot of throws. He was late on a lot of throws. Penn State, very shaky, almost cost us the game with that fumble. We got a gift, very shaky. Wisconsin, he was awful. Uh, Rucker, dumb pick. Like the kid just wasn't that good. Like, and you telling me Will Howard wouldn't do better than that when this guy is a dual threat. He has a strong arm, like, and he's a veteran. He reads the field a lot better. Like I don't understand that concept, man. I think we get so caught up with the jersey, the name on the logo on the jersey, instead of watching the film and watching this guy play with our eyes. The dude is actually pretty good, man. And I think no matter what happens, if we bring him in, he could be a good, strong competition piece with all the other quarterbacks. And they really have to work for a starting spot. I think that'd be a good fit. But and I think Will Howard, no, he's not a CJ Stroud or Justin Fields, but I do think he is a later round quarterback. So he does has pro potential. I don't think Kyle McCord has pro potential. I just don't. Sorry. But all in all, if Devin Brown goes out and rips it and plays like I think he's capable of playing and he looks so spectacular, we don't need another quarterback. We can ride three, get like a 6-year graduate that probably ain't gonna play no more in college, and we ride out with the four. But until then, I think it'd be a good asset, man. What I would like to see in a transfer portal, I would like to see uh maybe a couple more offensive linemen, maybe another right tackle, another guard or two, because you're losing Matt Jones. I believe Donovan Jackson should stay. I think he should stay. And maybe move Josh Fire to a guard and maybe get another right tackle. But I've been hearing good things about Luke Montgomery, a freshman that came in last year. So you never know what we might have in the cupboard, man. We know this is a talented team, and that's my only kick, man. I'm big on offensive linemen. I think Ryan Day's best teams had good offensive line. You know what I mean? I think 2019, J.K. Dobbins, 2,000-yard rusher. 2020, the COVID year, Trey Sermon, Master T, they rushed for a lot, especially Trey Sermon. He got hot. Offensive line was pushing people around. We need to get back to that. You know what I mean? We got to get back to that, being good up front. And I think it starts with that. So hopefully we can continue just growing up front. I believe if we get a couple good offensive linemen, maybe another D tackle, another DN, maybe a safety, but I've been hearing Lathan might be coming back. So, I don't think we need to go portal crazy, man. Maybe a quarterback, but I think we're in good hands, man. So that's my take on the portal. I want to dive a little bit into this recruiting cycle that we just had, man. We got two big recruits, 5 stars, which I'm not huge on stars, but Edric Houston and Jeremiah Smith. I think they're going to be instant impact players. I think they're going to be able to play as freshmen. And it's just good that we got the close with all this NIL deals and money getting thrown around. Money's getting thrown around. I think it was a good pickup for us. So I like the class. I like our secondary. The kids from Ohio, Aaron Scott, Bryce, Bryce. I can't think of his last name, man, but uh, it's slipping me right now. But he seems like a really good, feisty, hard nosed kid, Ohio kid from Cleveland. I like the Miles Lockhart kid, and it was a good class for the secondary, man. Tim Ward has really been putting good performances out there, doing this thing on the recruiting cycle. So I'm happy to see that from the Buckeyes, man. That's when you think of Silver Bullets, you think of them secondary players, man. Sean Springs, Mark Lattimore, Denzel Ward. I can go on and on about the secondary, man. Trying to think, man. My mind is going blank right now, but I can go on and on, man. Malcolm Jenkins. Shoot. Trying to think, man. Back in the day, a little bit. What's another one? Y'all help me out in the comments, man. But so we've been the secondary team, man. So I'm looking forward to the secondary, and so the recruiting cycle is cool, man. Like I said, I never get too big on recruiters until they sign the letter of intent. I know on Twitter/X, you see a lot of guys when we get a recruit, they do the boom and get all happy and the rankings, but man, that don't mean nothing. I feel like Ohio State every year starts out fast and we end like 4 or 5 every year. Like we go from from all the way until like the last month of recruiting, and it's like we back down to like 4 and 5. It's just how it is because kids get enticed with money, and that's how it is. And I understand. My son was good enough to play big time football. They offering us, big money, which I have a career. My wife has a career, but that's like life changing money that it's hard to pass up to some of these kids. So it's looking like that. It's gonna be the future of recruiting, and that's something we just have to continue just striving to be better at. We just got to close on a couple guys, man. Like I feel like that's the big kicker right now between Ryan Day and Urban. Urban closed on those must have guys: Von Bell, Jeff Okuda, Chase Young, Baron Brownie, Raekwon McMillan. Like he got those guys who can really change a defense. And I feel like we got it, we get it on offense, but we haven't got it on defense over the years. And it has to change if we're going to really make a run and really be a championship caliber team year in and year out, which we are. But I feel like we're kind of like one of those teams that needs to have like everything in line to like win it all. You know what I mean? I don't think we can go on the field and just line up and be like, this is how we do things. We're gonna impose our will, offense and defense, and win it. I haven't felt like that until 2000. I haven't felt that way about Ohio State since 2019. Uh, Even when CJ Stroud came back his second year, I just feel like we just never imposed our will on teams like we should have. So that's just my take, man. So recruiting is always huge. It's good. It's a continue. It's going to have to get better, and we're going to have to get some of those key defensive guys. But it's a start getting Andrew Houston and Jeremiah Smith. So I'm happy with that. But now let's dig into what I'm happy about. I'm excited about the Ohio State versus the Missouri Tigers, man. I'm excited, man. Big Ten versus SEC, so it's always going to be a big time matchup. Two of the best conferences, two of the conferences who arguably have the best players year in and year out. Missouri's a very very good team. I watched them against Georgia. They are a very talented team, man. Up and coming team. They were 10-2 in the SEC, so I believe they lost to Georgia and LSU. But they were right there with both teams, man. And Georgia is a perennial powerhouse, but they were right there. So it's going to be a challenge for the Buckeyes. For them, they got I think his name Brady Cook, athletic, dual threat, very dangerous runner. Has a strong arm. They got plenty of weapons. They got a Doak Award finalist and Cody Schrader. Hopefully, I'm saying that right, man. Athletic, fast, quick, and see the whole explosive, quick. Like he's probably the best running back we played all year. Uh, maybe Blake Horn was right there, or I think his name, the kid from Notre Dame, the big running back. He was pretty good. The kid from Rucker was pretty good, but this dude is going to be a challenge for us, man. So our front seven is going to have to be ready. And then as receivers, they got, a dynamic receiver in Luther Burden. I got a chance to see him in high school. And that dude is wicked, man. Big, strong, athletic, fast. So it's gonna be a challenge, man. It's gonna be a challenge for the Silver Bullet defense. It's the good thing is the culture of this program and the brotherhood, everybody's locked in and playing, man. That speaks for Ryan Day and his staff, speaks for the players on this team. You gotta respect it, man. Hats off to them for getting those guys rallied up and ready to play and not want to end their season on a loss. They could have pouted and soaked and said, I'm opting out, trying to go to NFL, but they locked in, man. So offensive wise, we got to be ready, man. We want to be able to put some points up. This can't be a low scoring game, and I'm expecting Missouri to come out firing. So Devin Brown, he got the reins now, starting quarterback. I'm excited to see what this kid's about, man. I spoke highly of him early in the season. I always said I liked his moxie. It seemed like he got a little bit of it factor. Now it's like it's time to go prove it, man. It's time to prove it. It's time to go out there and show out, man. Wing it. Wing it, sling it, all that good stuff, man, and make it happen for yourself, man. I love when competitors are in this position. They usually rise, man. I think this is a time for him to rise and see what he's made out of. So I'm happy to see Devin Brown get an opportunity. I'm glad Trevion is playing, Dallin Hayden is playing, Mecca Buka, Carnell Tate, Brandon Ennis, Jalen Ballard. All the receivers are ready to rock and roll. Uh, so we got weapons, and we was hopefully we put our best foot forward. I think Ryan Day is very really good in bowl games, and I think we're gonna make it happen, man. I think it's gonna be a very good game on offensive end. I'm excited. I think the breakout player for this game is gonna be Travion Henderson, and I'm gonna say Carnell Tate. I've been speaking about Carnell Tate every week, saying he's a breakout player. But I'm gonna say Travion and Carnell is gonna have a big game tomorrow, and I think they're gonna lead us to victory. So on the offensive end, and Devin Brown. Those are my three. I'm gonna pick three this Cotton Bowl. I'm gonna pick Devin Brown, Travion Henderson, and Carnell Tate. I know that's kind of easy to pick, but I think those three players are they're going to have to play good for us to make that to take that step, especially to beat Missouri next tomorrow. On the defensive side, I believe everybody's also playing. Also, Tyleek, Mike Hall, JT, Jack. Jack is coming back next year. I think he announced that. Cody Simons, Steele Chambers, Sonny, Iggy, Gerald Jordan, Burt, like everybody's back, man. So I hate that we missing Latham. I'm a big Latham Ransom fan. I speak highly of him. I think he definitely going out, changed his defense a lot down the stretch. But rumor is that he might be coming back. So that's just man, this next year could be like so huge, man. But I'll touch on that a little bit later. But uh, so the defense looks locked and ready, man. Hopefully we locked in and for this challenge, man, and ready for the Silver Bullets to go out there one last time this year before a new year, man, and get ready to play some football. It should be an exciting game. I do predict the Buckeyes win, but it's a close game. It's only a four. It went from like 1 to 1.5 to like now it's up to 4.5. So Vegas sees something. I believe I do think it's going to be a close game. I believe the Buckeyes are going to score a couple of late touchdowns in the fourth quarter, one early, then one late to kind of seal it. I'm thinking maybe like 31, 35. I think something like that, 31, 35. I do think points are going to get scored this game. Usually that's what happens in bowl games. Points are scored. Uh, so, yeah, I think that's what it's going to be. I think Devin Brown's going to have a good showing. I don't know if it's enough not to bring Will Howard in. I don't know, but we shall see. And hopefully this propels us into the next year, man. You look at that next year schedule we got two buys, we got a couple easy games, first three games, and then we got a bye. We got a couple easy wins, couple FSC FSC I think it's called that. I'm sorry. FSC schools, I think that's what it's called. I could be wrong, sorry, but we got a couple of those schools and then we got like a bye. Then it's like a stretch where it's like I think we play like Marshall at Michigan State, home when at Oregon, that's another bye. So you look at that stretch and it's like, man, if we can get through that stretch right there, I think then it's like after that, it's like Nebraska home, Indiana home, Michigan home. I think we on a road at Northwestern. So it's like, man, we dodged Washington, we dodged UCLA, we dodged USC. Penn State. We do got to play at Penn State the second half, but you looking at it, and of course teams get better over the years, and you don't never know what happened in the season, so it's hard to dictate or tell, what team is going to be good or down or up, or Buckeyes could come in banged up. You just don't know, but this on paper, it looked like it's really like a 3 game season, and trust me, and I hate to say that because I'm a big component of every game counts, but I'm looking at it as a 12-team playoff or as maybe we get some guys back because they thinking, okay, we can make a run for the championship. I hate the saying that only game counts is Michigan. I feel like that's loser talk. If you ever play sports, yes, certain games are more important than others. A team that's 0-7 is definitely, doesn't carry the same weight as an undefeated team or a second round playoff or third round playoff game is not as important as the first game of the year. We understand that. But to say that, well, Ohio State only really plays one game that really matters. Every game, every team, every game matters. That's a loser mentality. Every game is a game to get better. The great Kobe Bryant said that. Every opportunity is a time to get better. Don't waste opportunity to not to get better, to improve your skill, to improve your awareness, to be better as a football player, be better as a team. So I hate that notion that only Michigan matters or only Oregon or only Penn State matters. No, they all matter. It's just some carry a little bit more weight. And you look at the schedule next year, it's like, man, this could be, you're looking at maybe first round bye. You know what I mean? 12-team playoff, at least a bye. You get past certain teams. And so it's just something to think about, something to, keep your eyes on. Been hearing a lot of rumors on Twitter. It was a guy that I follow who came out with like a list from sources that he showed a list of players that's probably going to be staying. and it was like majority of people are coming back. Like now, take it. Stuff can change between now and January 15th. I think that's when they got to declare. But I mean, it was like Burke was coming back, JT was like coming back, Jack Sawyer's coming back, Port Hancock was coming back, Burke was coming back, Becca was coming back, Trey was coming back. Man, you talking about everybody down in Jackson was coming back. You talking about a team that could be uh, veteran led offense and defense. Like man, with some young talent, it could be a special year for the Buckeyes, man. So it's just something to think about. Uh, you don't know what can happen, but this game can, to me, this game can go one or two ways. We can come out there, lose, look flat, and people be like, man, look, I don't want to deal with this no more. My time has come. They can go ahead and go to NFL, or you can win and carry the momentum into next year. A lot of guys come back, and we can go ahead and try to win a natty next year, man. But so we'll see. We'll see. That's where my mind is at. I believe it was it's a 50-50 game, but I'm leaning towards the Buckeyes always. I try to be as real as I can. I think Missouri is going to cause some challenges though. They spread you out. They're fast. They're athletic. So it's something that Ohio State's going to have to challenge, something that they haven't faced all year. But I do think they're up for the challenge. It's all up to Devin Brown and offensive line though. Can they block him? Can they push him around? And can he make the throws and make plays? That's what it's up to, man. And so we'll see what happens, man. Like I said, I'm excited to be back. I'm excited to reach out and have a little fun with this. Before I get out of here, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, man. And I will be back Sunday after the game for a recap. Hopefully, it's a good recap. Hopefully, the Buckeyes did their thing, and we'll go from there. But all in all, this is another episode of Walks Buckeye Talks, and I will talk to you guys later. Peace out.